And we are back. Thanks for staying with us. It is time for us to go through our book chat for today. And today we will be reviewing the book Unhindered, Bulletproof Your Identity. And this is a book by Opeyemi Adetola. She is an education practitioner with ample experience working with both profit and non-profit organizations. She also holds an unwavering interest in education, social impact, and human capacity development. And today we're reviewing her book, Unhindered, Bulletproof Your Identity. How are you doing this morning?
Beautiful. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks.
Lovely ambience you have here.
Thank you so much.
And you look absolutely stunning.
Thank you so much. You as well. Okay, so let's dive right into the book, Unhindered. First of all, what inspired you to write this book? Because it comes with a lot of affirmations and knowing yourself, who you truly are in Christ, and as you. Yes. So let's talk about what inspired the book.
Beautiful. I think fundamentally, I released this book last year when I clocked 25, and I felt like it was inspired from my journey. Okay. The places I've been and the things I experienced growing up. I believe that my parents are core contributors to what I have become and how it has shaped me. I grew up not having the most perfect, you know, not even relationship now, not having the most perfect, what's the word now? I didn't have the most perfect growing up, you see, but it was crucial to me to understand that my parents had played a very vital role growing up, in that they didn't have so many things, but they still had everything. Talk about the strength of their convictions, talk about the value that they represented, talk about so many things that they held dear to them.
Yeah.
And I remember then that as a young girl, I had things that I struggled with, habits that I struggled with, but I had a dad who just believed so much in me. After morning devotion,
I was coming to that because the story you're about to reveal reflected in the first chapter of the story here, where you were talking about how you had to run away when you were 14.
You saw that?
Yes, I did. Just because your sister, you know, scolded you because you wanted something and you were not getting it. I think you were an over-pampered, spoiled child.
Well,
yeah, but hey, talk to us about, you know, where you got to the point, you know, where you began to understand who you are.
Beautiful. So I was just saying that, you know, I had a dad who never saw me by my struggles, you know, and that's even my earthly father now. At the end of the morning devotion, he would sit me down and tell me, I think that you represent so much light. You can do so much. You're beautiful. My dad was literally my cheerleader, and it was so profound because I got into a place that, as beautiful as that was, as awesome as that was, I didn't really come into the understanding of who I am until I met God.
Okay.
And it is to say that you cannot define yourself by human affirmations. You can't define yourself by validations from other people. You cannot be under the pressure of approval from people, because what happens when they are not there anymore? You know? So there is a question that I know propels every human on the face of the earth, which is, who am I? What am I born to do?
What am I here for?
What am I here for? So it's crucial that you understand that you don't necessarily know what you're meant to do if you don't even know who you are. You need to think right. Know what you're about before you act right, or you give something to the world.
Now let's talk about some of the signs that you highlighted here, that you are in identity crisis. Now that's a really strong one, because I mean, that's also a reality for some of us, or for many of us. You're in that constant struggle. It's like a tugging at you. I mean, you're constantly asking yourselves and you're not getting answers.
Indeed.
And in this chapter, you highlighted some of those signs. So let's run through some of those signs.
I think the most one that top of mind for me really is you lose your joy, really, because in our daily living as humans, you are consciously and unconsciously ruled by you know, your background, your struggles, we define ourselves by, everybody wants to identify with something.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants to have a sense of belonging. You identify yourself by, you know, maybe your past struggles, maybe your location, maybe your
background.
your background, your social media following, your marital status, your social graces, as it were. But it always comes down to it that when those things are not there anymore, it means your joy has been attached to those things, right? So you must come to a place where we understand that there is a God-sized hole in the heart of every man that is meant for God alone to fill. No amount of money can fill it.
Can do
No
that.
job, no. I don't care how beautiful that marriage is. Nothing can fill it up except God.
All right, we have to wrap this up quickly, but finally, I would like us to talk about some of the ways that you highlighted that you're walking in your God-given identity. So quickly run through them, and I mean, you highlighted them also in your book here, and you were very affirmative. The time is now. You have to do it. You have to walk in this step. So please, talk to us about some of them.
And truly, the time is now, because time is ticking and your life is going, and you just need to get on the groove. So first thing is that you recognized how the devil, I think the devil is such a limited fool. It's so persistent, and you must understand how it works, so that it takes a fight to refuse rubbish in your life. You know, I remember, you know, growing up, had all of these struggles. It is crucial that I came into a place where I said, you know what? I understand the pattern of the devil, how that 1 minute you feel like the best thing after sliced bread. Other time you're feeling like, does anybody love me? You know, other times it's just suggesting all sort of lies to you. So you must understand that when it comes to staying grounded in your identity, you must understand how the devil works. You must understand how the lies come. You know, the thoughts will come, but it is in your power to not allow it stay. You cannot stop a bird from flying, but you can stop a bird from building a nest.
You know what? There's so much packed in this book, Unhindered. I really, really love. There's a lot of. I mean, it actually reveals a lot. There's a lot, you know, to be revealed here in this book, and I think you have to read it to ultimately experience it. Thank you so much, Opeyemi, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And I will encourage you, young one out there, you should definitely get this book.